Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the Missouri Tigers return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the ground, he's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. LSU right back to the line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side. And they get the sack just like that.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Looking to throw, it's Collins. And the ball is picked off.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Spins away. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quick handoff. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation is a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Open runway ahead. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Looking for a crease. It's Lacey. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
To the ground with the back.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
That makes the score Missouri 10, LSU 0.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop farmer and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now facing a third and long. Corner's going to give them room. Back to throw, it's Collins. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They'll try the run. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Running it to the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Throwing right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now, and a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Finds a man in the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll test the right side. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. To the air, it's Collins. Got him downfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's looking to throw it. Complete with conviction on the crosser. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. One more snap coming before halftime. He wants to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Yeah, and listen, QB's got to find ways to push the ball down the field and make sure defenses don't just sit in zones and stay shallow. Nice job by the QB. Push it down the field. Make some big plays, baby.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into these, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the run, it's Lacey. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. LSU quick to the line. Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. Touchdown, LSU! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. The sure hand, it's Johnson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Tigers get enough for the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, wants to throw. This one's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get...
Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Missouri, number
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over Army. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Scanning the field, it's Collins. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try the right side. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. One final play before the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Lacey. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They opened a lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And when the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Looking for space, it's Lacey. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The Tigers have their offense in high gear. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off.
Situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The give to the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, first and goal. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Wants to throw. It's Collins. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They keep attacking through the air. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking.
The attempted throw is incomplete. It's now third down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important.